Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Parleh Today. I'm Albert Vartanian, and here's what's happening. You thought Ronaldo was a big story from the transfer window? Well, think again, because the Parleh's 2021 starting lineup just dropped. Here's Jackie to deliver the goods.
With just the right mix of seasoned pros and hungry up-and-comers, let's take a look at the Parleh's 2021 seriously stacked roster. New signing Ashley Docking brings superstar status to the heart of the team. Quick-thinking Michael Singh, deep-thinking Adriel Smiley, forward-thinking Andrew Zuber, and occasionally thinking James Sharman. The midfield is where the magic happens, and it's all-out flair from front to back. Jelani Goodridge-Reed picking out passes, Jazz Seuss tidying up those loose balls, Luca Rosano proving he still knows how to read the game, and Albert Vartanian being Albert Vartanian. Up top, it's goal from a seriously attacking lineup with Rookie of the Year, Sarah Pararia, ruthless finisher to Salah Tahir, serious as they come, Jackie Purico, and ultimate luxury player, Noor Zainab. And don't forget, Pat Mayo coming in for extra time, so don't miss a video today and every day here at the Parleh.
Moving on to the hardcore with Canadian superstar Leylah Fernandez storming into the semifinals at the US Open. Let's go to Lucas for what to expect from the big match in the Big Apple.
What's going on, tennis fans? It is US Open Women's Semifinal Thursday, and we have a Canadian, yes, 19-year-old Leylah Fernandez taking on world number 2 Aryna Sabalenka. Now, Sabalenka is the favorite coming into this match at minus 450. She's trying to get to her first Grand Slam final of her career, but standing in the way is Fernandez, who has had quite the incredible run. She beat Naomi Osaka. She beat Angie Kerber. She beat number 5 seed Alina Svitolina en route to the semifinals. I like Fernandez to pull off the upset with the plus 325 underdog pick. Fernandez absorbs a lot of power. She can deliver it right back, mixes up her shots. She's crafty, she's smart, and you know that the youngster's going to feed off of that Arthur Ashe Stadium energy. So I like Fernandez advancing to become just the second Canadian woman in the Open era to reach the US Open final.
The NFL kicks off today with an NFC heavyweight matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and Super Bowl champions Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go to Luca Rosano and Ashley Docking for their takes on the Thursday Night Classic.
After months of waiting and the tease of the preseason, the 2021 NFL campaign is about to kick off as the San Francisco 49ers take on the Detroit Lions at Ford Field. The 49ers and Lions enter this game at 2 entirely different phases. The 49ers are finally healthy and have a Super Bowl caliber roster, while the Lions will be in year 1 of the Dan Campbell era and will be a strong contender for a top 5 draft pick in 2022. The 49ers are set to stick with Jimmy Garoppolo as their starting QB over rookie Trey Lance, but it doesn't matter who's under center for the opener. The Lions' rebuilding defense cannot handle the 49ers' dynamic running game or dangerous passing attack, with Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, and George Kittle all ready to go. Expect the Niners to get off to a fast start and dominate this game. Here are my picks. Take the 49ers minus 7.5 at minus 105, and take the under 45.5 at minus 110.
The NFL is back, baby, and thanks to the football Goodells, we have a hell of a Thursday nighter on the slate. The world's best Tampa Bay Bucks hosting America's team in the Dallas Cowboys. A lot of pressure on Ezekiel Elliott Thursday night, particularly after the season he had last year, dwindling touches, unreliable hands, and to be fair, a quarterback that didn't exactly impress opposing secondaries. But at minus 115 for the over on 62.5 rushing yards, I'm going to have to undercut Zeke's ceiling as well as stall his comeback for just a second. Let's break it down. Starting with the fact that the Dallas offensive line wasn't exactly robust with adornments, but now that offensive guard Zach Martin is out due to COVID protocols, things look even worse, particularly against a Tampa Bay defense that, well, we saw what they did to the Chiefs in the Super Bowl last year. They ran it back. Their core is exactly the same.
With impressive victories stacked 7 deep, the Blue Jays' playoff push can get even stronger with another win in the Bronx. Let's go to the Zoobs for what he's looking out for in a must-win matchup against the Yankees.
The Blue Jays' playoff push is full speed ahead, and beating the Yankees in New York one more time, that would be one sweep victory. Wait, I mean sweet. If you're going to get hot at some point during a Major League Baseball marathon season, the Toronto Blue Jays picked pretty much the perfect time to do so. They've won 7 straight games in convincing fashion, all of them crucial wins against teams they're battling for a playoff spot. A big-time series in New York comes to a close in the Bronx on Thursday, and the Jays can sweep their way onto the cusp of the playoff picture, but they come into the game 1.5 games back of the Yankees for that second wildcard spot. Here are the picks for Thursday's games. Make it 8. We're going with those Blue Jays. Make it a sweep, -105. And the Yankees, a lot of swing and miss in that lineup with those big bats. We'll take the over 5.5 strikeouts for Blue Jays starter Jose Barrios at -110.
With the international break all wrapped up, it's time for the EPL to come back to our TV screens this weekend. And there's 2 stories dominating the headlines. Just how good is Cristiano Ronaldo, and just how bad are the Gunners? Let's go to Jackie and James to break it all down.
Technical director. What does that even mean? Whatever the job is, whatever the title means, Edu is taking the role to a whole new level at Arsenal. The Gunners were the biggest spenders in the transfer window this season, but results have been underwhelming to say the least. 3 games, 3 losses, 0 goals. Bottom of the table, trolled by ex-players, manager Mikel Arteta's job hanging by a thread. If you technically directed this North London car crash, I'd say you'd be fleeing the crime scene right about now. But not Edu, oh no. You have to imagine the Arsenal board winced when he laid out his planned media response. Instead of fessing up to the worst start of a season in 67 years and honorably calling it a day, Edu was doubling down instead. The strategy? Stare Arsenal fans dead in the face and gaslight the living shit out of every last one of them. 3 losses out of 3? Relax, it's all part of the plan. Discouraged, depressed, chronically underperforming squad? Of course, it's right there on page 1 of the success blueprint. 270 minutes without a single goal? Don't look down, baby, we're dancing. It's either the most cunning political genius since the time of Machiavelli, or the worst piece of technical direction since that one dude on the Titanic was like, we should be okay, I think. Now, in Edu's defense, things have changed since he was a player 20 years ago. Today's footballer is a pampered prima donna with millions of followers and millions of dollars. If Aubameyang and Lacazette quit football today, they'd never have to work again, and 6,000 likes per selfie, it does wonders for your confidence. In Edu's day, players were constantly on edge, fighting for their livelihoods, in locker rooms that were literally bristling with competition. At Man United, Beckham famously got a boot in the face, and players lived in fear of Sir Alex Ferguson's infamous hairdryer treatment. But in the Arsenal locker room of 2021, the only fight taking place is on Fortnite, and you get the sense that Arteta's hairdryer treatment is just a gentle blow dry with a little off the sides. So maybe there isn't much left to technically direct anyway. But one thing is for sure, Edu, your team sucks. I mean, they're awful. They're really... Come on, they're awful. In fact, Arsenal stinks so bad that the only appropriate technicality here would be to drop that second syllable altogether.
You can blame one person as to why September is dragging on. Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. You see, he signed back with Manchester United a couple of days prior to the August 31st transfer deadline, ahead of the international break, so he's just trained with United as of this past Tuesday. Now, we've been waiting a very long time to see him back as a Red Devil, so Newcastle this Saturday appears to be the target. But will he start with so little time with his new old team, or will he wait until next Tuesday and the Champions League opener against Young Boys? We'll soon know, but all that aside, there's some moolah to be made with CR7 this season if you like some long-term planning. Already the joint favourite for England's Golden Boot, you can have him at a very nice plus 300 and a minus 129. Surely he'll score 22 or more goals, right? It's a juicy plus 1200. If he hits the 30 goal benchmark, minus 160 for at least one hat-trick this season, of course. And to lead all others in the Champions League, plus 1100. Let Ronaldo pay you back for all those shirts you're probably going to buy.
And finally, if Jackie and James cleared that all up for you, check out this week's EPL parlay featuring Ronaldo and Arsenal with a side order of Chelsea just for good measure. So if you want to add some spice to your sports this weekend, here are 3 picks for the top and very bottom of the table.
Last week's parlay delivered high value and high drama as Cristiano Ronaldo stepped up for a date with destiny in the World Cup qualifiers. We picked the over with Ronaldo on the score sheet in a Portugal victory over the Republic of Ireland. But with 85 minutes on the clock, Portugal were 1-0 down, with Cristiano somehow missing a first half penalty that would have seen him break the men's international goal-scoring record. There was still time for all three picks to come in. However, as Ronaldo rallied late on, first equalized with a trademark header that made him the highest scoring international player of all time, and then securing all 3 points with another headed goal in the 95th minute. Shifting back now to the EPL, on Saturday, Ronaldo will make his second Premier League debut with all eyes on Manchester as CR7 graces the Old Trafford pitch once more in what should be a routine victory over Newcastle. At the top of the table, Chelsea look to continue their powerful start to the season with another dominant performance against strugglers Aston Villa. Having already added goal machine Romelu Lukaku to the roster, Thomas Tuchel pulled off another coup in the transfer window with an 11th hour loan signing of Saúl Ñíguez. While it's unclear exactly how the Atletico Madrid and Spain midfielder will fit into this Chelsea team, with a midfield already boasting the likes of Conte, Jorginho, and Mason Mount, one thing's for sure, this team definitely has the quality to make light work of Villa, who are still struggling to cope with the loss of hometown hero Jack Grealish. At the other end of the table, Arsenal are rooted to the bottom after their worst start to a Premier League campaign in over 60 years. And they'll face fellow basement dwellers Norwich. Chelsea loanee Billy Gilmore could make all the difference for Norwich on the day. The young Scot is a true star in the making, and with his calm, unflustered presence pulling the strings in the midfield, the Canaries could easily do enough to come away from the Emirates with a draw. So that's my EPL parlay for this week. Take Manchester United to beat Newcastle at -600, take Chelsea to beat Villa at -400, and take Norwich to draw at Arsenal at +320 for a combined parlay of +512.